Hello, dear friends, and a very warm welcome to our very first Sunday check-in session for 2023, where together we will enjoy a half hour of Dharma, reflection, and community connections. My name is Priscilla, and I'm based in sunny Sydney. If you are a new member of our community, please accept our wholehearted welcome, and know that if you're unsure or have any questions about our practices and topics, we're all here to help. And if you're a regular, well, welcome back. It is customary in Australia to begin any meeting by acknowledging the traditional owners of our land. So in the spirit of reconciliation, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we walk, study, and reside, the Wodi people of the Dharawal Nation. And I pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging. I also pay my respects to the traditional custodians of the various lands on which you all are. The check-in sessions have been developed by our Communities of Practice team and the entire community. These sessions aim to develop a reflective practice in response to changes. Guided by humanistic Buddhism, we would like to cultivate our practices and build memorable friendships. Before we kick off, just a quick word of thanks to our generous facilitators over the festive season, Jonathan, Katya, Stephen, Cecile, and Ainai, and everyone in the community who met to give time and space over these past few informal weeks. We officially begin 2023 by inviting Venerable Juewei to welcome the year for the community. Venerable Juewei is the founder of the Communities of Practice, a lecturer and director of the Humanistic Buddhism Center at Nantian Institute, and of course, our dear mentor and friend. Our first two sessions of the year will be led by Venerable, and today she will guide us through the chapter on patience from Shantideva's text, the Bodhicaryavatara. Thank you, Venerable.
Thank you so much, Priscilla, and Happy New Year, my dear friends. Thank you for waiting patiently till the middle of the month to start the official episode of 2023. I'd like to begin the new year with a book that I've been studying and teaching at the Nantian Institute, Shantideva's Bodhicaryavatara, or the Way of the Bodhisattva. For today, I would like to share a chapter that has been an important part of my practice, the chapter on patience. I've only recently learned that patience is not about endurance or suppression. What I have associated patience with until very recently. Instead, it is about having a gentle, honest relationship with ourselves. So let us start with a minute to check in with ourselves as we prepare for an honest dialogue with our thoughts and feelings in our inner world. So let's sit or stand comfortably. Gently close our eyes. Patiently allow our body to speak to us. Where our tensions stored. Relax those areas gently and carefully. Just patiently allow the body to do what it wants for a few moments. When you feel ready, bring your attention to the tip of your nose to observe your breath until you hear my voice again. Shantideva, an 8th century Buddhist philosopher monk, celebrates patience as the supreme austerity. Practicing patience when all is well and everyone is calm in a Sunday check-in session is not difficult. The crucial question is how to behave in a hostile environment. In the next couple of minutes, I will share some thoughts, while you can gently open your eyes to take a look at the sample of quotes that I've selected from the 6th chapter of the Bodhicaryavatara. Feel free to copy or screenshot what may resonate with you. Shantideva reminds us that our normal reaction to adversity, anger, or any other unwholesome reaction achieves nothing but increases our suffering. Instead, this may be the best time to take refuge in the Dharma. Consider the hostile behavior of enemies as not rising spontaneously, but really is a product of causes and conditions. Let us use the opportunity to focus on the root source of the problem, not the conditions that led to our enemy's bad behavior. And the root source of the problem is our ego, our self, and our sense of I. So this is where the honest relationship with ourselves can begin. I have a few steps to share. Go cold turkey with the anger or the discomforting emotion. Allow the negative emotions to arise, dwell, and pass away. Be curious to discover what we are holding on to. And be fearless as we dig beyond our hardness to discover our softness. We can now realize that enemies are to be cherished as helpers on our Bodhisattva path by awakening us to our ego clinging and grasping for praises and rewards, or perhaps even our grasping for productivity. Hence, realize that enemies are actually our bodhisattvas. They give us the perfect opportunities to exercise patience and purification of our unwholesome and deep-seated karma. These quotes on the screen probably say it so much better and more poetic. May I now hand over to Priscilla to take us to our breakout rooms for a discussion on our areas of impatience. Back to you, Priscilla.
Thank you, Venerable, for guiding us through the challenges of remaining patient and reducing our clinging. Now we're invited to contemplate and discuss the following questions. What are you most impatient with and why? We will be placed in groups of 3 to 4 to share and discuss. In this discussion, we recommend you spend some time getting to know each other and then discussing the questions above. There will be some Zoom notifications to guide you, but feel free to let the flow of your discussions guide you as well. Our sessions are guided by metta, which is unconditional love and kindness for all sentient beings. Let's use these breakout sessions to express and receive loving kindness to and from one another. Take time to pause, share, and listen. We'll also ask you to share some of your findings with a larger group at the end of the breakout discussion. But for now, let's head to our rooms for some rich and nourishing discussions. See you all back in 15 minutes.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome. We might be in the middle of all kinds of conversations in your breakout room, and we can continue later in our plenary sessions. But for now, I'd like to welcome you to put some thoughts into our chat stream. So if something stood out to you in your breakout room, please use the next few minutes to share with all of us in the chat. Your words will not be wasted because they will go onto beautiful posters that will be sent around. And what a gift for our first session together in 2023. Thank you, Rita. Impatience, or more specifically, our reaction to urgency can be ego-driven. Certainly, that's what Shantideva says. And Sean says, dealing with my monkey mind. Stacy talks about patience is a spectrum, just need the right balance. We have 1 minute to go, so please keep your comments coming, and we'll discuss them later in the plenary session. So for now, I hand back to Priscilla.
Thank you, Venerable. We really hope the check-in session was helpful to you, and we hope you experienced the unconditional love and compassion of this community. But for anyone who might be experiencing a greater need than what today could meet, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us at the email above. And you can also reach out to the professional organisations on the screen. Next Sunday, Venerable Juewei will take us through another chapter of the Bodhicaryavatara on meditative concentration. So please do join us next week. As we check out today, let's recite the dedication of merits together to send love and compassion to whoever is in need.
Let us now dedicate the goodness of what you have done to all living beings. May kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity pervade all worlds. May we cherish and build affinities to benefit all beings. May Chan, Pure Land, and precepts inspire equality and patience. May our gratitude and humility give rise to great vows.
Thank you, Venerable Juewei, for your generous sharing. And thank you, Joe, for being our IT today. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. Now we will have our usual plenary session, so please stay around if you have time. Otherwise, we'll see you all again next Sunday at 11 a.m.